In this lecture, we are going to use everything you learned. We are going to start animating the camera with key points. We are going to use a couple of views to see the motion path of the camera and how to adjust it and how to move around the camera. Now let's run the animation here. And it's a flat animation, yet the layers are in 3D. If you press P, you will see they have a Z coordinate, but they are not animated in the Z space. So also there is a problem that happened, that when I select the camera, I can see its wireframe. That's fine, but then when I select another layer, the wireframe disappeared. What you want is to have always the wireframe visible so we can animate and select our layers and so on. For that, there is a special option. You come to the composition panel on top and you click the small menu for composition and you have view options. In the view options, there are many options, but we want to focus on camera wireframes. It says here, I can see the wireframes when selected. I'm gonna change that to on. The same can happen with spotlights. Spotlights can be many in one composition, so we're not gonna put them as on. We're gonna leave it when selected. And I click OK. So now it doesn't matter what layer I have selected, the wireframe of the camera will always appear. Not the camera, not the axis, only the wireframe. Basically, we are going to animate the position of the camera. I'll come to the beginning of the composition, keyframe the position. I will remove the solid as a 3D and I want it to move, that's the blue solid. From here first, I will use the orbit tool to move the camera this direction, like this. Okay, trying my best. And then I will move 1 second, for example, or more. And I want it to arc very nicely. See, this is a very nice arcing. Cool. So you notice it's gonna go from the left side, arcs, and comes on the right side. Let's run the animation. Unfortunately, this is not what I'm getting. It's just coming nearer to me, like it's going on the Z, and you know, it's not good. So what went wrong? I want you to understand something. I have done here one keyframe and another keyframe, and I moved the position. But what I got really is a motion path that is totally linear. For me to get this curve I was seeing in the orbit, I need to change the motion path. Notice that it only picked the first state and the last state, but in between it did not pick. So I will change the path here to make it a bit curved, for example. And maybe now I can get the animation I'm looking for. And I assume these are the same position. They are parallel. Let's run a ramp preview. This one looks much more than what I wanted. It's a nice curve. It curves very nicely. Fine. I can come to another view now, for example, the left view. And look how my camera is being animated. But now I notice that it is, let's say, way up. I want to take it down. What I can do in the key point, I can take the Y, press the control, because I don't want to move the point of interest. I'll just go down a bit. Let's see how is my animation. It's a bit better, not bad at all. This is what you want to play with, and let's make this one, for example, let's take the other point. We press K, we go to the other point, and we can take the Y now and, you know, push it up also. See what's happening here? We are adjusting it, and we can do the same for this keyframe. Fine. You notice I did not change the point of interest, and I only worked on the keyframes and in the composition. We run a ramp preview, and we are almost there, doing a very good animation. Let me switch now to the top and see how it happens. This is our arc, and this is how our animation is going. So please now go to After Effects. I hope you're there. Open it and start animating the camera in all kinds of directions. Set up 2 views at least, so you can see it, for example, from top and left. and do your animations. In the next lecture, we are going to learn how to do an arc like this using the null layer or the null object. Thank you very much for listening.